Hello everyone, welcome back to your physics class. This is your physics teacher. Hope you all are good. Today we are going to start chapter 6, Magnetism. Magnetism is a property of attraction of magnets, or we can say that whenever a magnet attracts the other magnet or magnetic property or magnetic materials, then that property of the magnets is known as magnetism. In this chapter, you will learn about the discovery of magnets, natural and artificial magnets, magnetic and non-magnetic substances, electromagnetism, methods of magnetization, and all this. Now, something is written here that from tiny earbuds to steady music systems, every speaker has a magnet in it. The stronger the magnet, the better the sound quality. How? So, all these speakers, firstly, they don't use magnets. Only magnetic speakers use a magnet. And why a magnet is used in the magnetic speakers? It is used to produce mechanical vibration, that means sound, through the interaction between the magnetic field, which is created by the pulsating or the changing electronic signals. So in this way, sound is produced by using the magnet inside a speaker. The stronger the magnet, the better will be the sound quality. Now, I hope you all have seen the magnets in your everyday life. For example, you have seen the magnets on the refrigerator door, on the cupboard doors, or on other things like the refrigerator doors, the cupboard doors, they shut on their own. And similarly, have you observed the lid of your pencil boxes? So why all this happens? Because it is just because of the magnets which are attached to them, and they can shut on their own due to that magnets. Similarly, in your childhood you might have played with the magnetic alphabet. So we are talking about all this because these all are magnets and they have some applications in our day-to-day life. Now, what a magnet is made up of? A magnet is mainly made up of the ores of iron. What is ore? Ore is a mineral which has some metals inside it. So a magnet is mainly made up of ores of iron and has the ability to attract magnetic objects like iron, cobalt and nickel towards it. What are the ores of iron? That ores of iron which are naturally occurring, that are magnetite and lodestone. So these are the natural occurring ores of iron which make a magnet, and it has the ability to attract magnetic objects like iron, cobalt, nickel and other metallic objects towards it. And this property of attraction of magnets is known as magnetism. Now, the force with which a magnet attracts other objects towards itself is known as magnetic force of attraction. And there is one other term that is known as magnetic field. Magnetic field is the space around a magnet in which we can observe its magnetic effect or the magnetic force of attraction or repulsion. For example, if a magnet is placed here, then the space around this magnet or the field around this magnet in which we can observe its magnetic effect. For example, if we place any magnetic material or the magnet inside this space, then there will be a magnetic effect of this magnet on the other magnet or magnetic material. That means it can attract that magnet. But if we place this magnet or magnetic material out of this magnetic space, it will not be able to attract that magnet or magnetic material. So that's why the space within its magnetic effect or the space around it in which we can observe its magnetic effect is known as magnetic field. Now, apart from this attraction property, there are other properties of magnets too, and these properties have made our life simplest. So we will study about all these properties in this chapter. So the next here is info hub, that our doorbell also works on a special type of magnet that uses electricity to work. That special type of magnet which works on electricity is known as electromagnet, and we will study about these electromagnets in detail later on in this chapter. Discovery of magnets. Magnets and their properties are discovered for thousands of years ago. Magnets were firstly discovered by a Greek shepherd Magnus in ancient times. So when he was herding his sheep in the island of Magnesia, then what happens? He has a stick and which had a metal base, and it got stuck to a rock, and that rock was discovered as a magnet. Since that rock or that stone was discovered on the island of Magnesia, so that's why it is known as magnet. Now the Chinese also have been using the magnets for centuries in art and science, and that property or that art and science is called Feng Shui. They were first one to use a magnet in magnetic compass to find the direction. Similarly, they are also using that magic stone or the magnets to cure the diseases as well. Now, next are the natural and artificial magnets. What are natural magnets? Natural magnets are those which are found naturally on Earth. For example, the rocks of the island of Magnesia, these are the natural magnets, and these are mainly the ores of iron that are magnetite and lodestone, or we can say that magnetite and lodestone are the naturally occurring magnets, and these can be found on very few places and they have the appearance of a rock. That means they will look like a rock, not like an artificial magnet. And as these magnets have very low magnetic power, they are not used in our day-to-day life applications, but they are molded or their properties are changed so that we can use in our day-to-day life. And apart from these magnets, the magnets which are made by the man are used in our day-to-day life, and these are made by using iron, steel, cobalt, and that magnets are known as artificial magnets. These artificial magnets have different shapes, like they come in bar shape, horseshoe shape, and cylindrical shape. This is a bar magnet and this is a horseshoe magnet, and this you can see it is a rock, or which is also known as the lodestone, is a natural magnet. So you have seen the magnets in your school laboratory or at home in the refrigerators that are artificial magnets and that are in the form of a bar magnet. So the magnet which is in the form of a rectangular bar is known as the bar magnet, and it is the most commonly used artificial magnet. Magnetic and non-magnetic materials. The materials which attract, the objects which are attracted by a magnet are called magnetic materials. Means जो materials magnets के साथ attract होते हैं, that materials are known as magnetic materials. But it is not compulsory that magnets attract all kind of objects towards them. There are certain materials which are not attracted by the magnet, and that materials are known as magnetic materials. That can be plastic, wood, glass, rubber. All these are the non-magnetic material. Similarly, paper is also non-magnetic material, but the materials which are made up of metal like iron, nickel, cobalt, all these are the magnetic materials. Now next come to that all magnets can pull objects through air, but they can also exert their force through solids like plastic, paper or glass, or even liquids like water, depending on the strength of the magnet. Magnets can not only attract the objects through air, but they can also attract through liquids as well as water, depending on the strength of the magnet. Now there is an activity to classify magnets and non-magnetic materials. So for this we just need firstly we need a bar magnet to check the magnetic or non-magnetic materials, and a variety of materials like pencil, keys, scale, table, spoon, nail, book, and all other. So what we have to do, we will just take a bar magnet and we will check the material. With the help of the bar magnet, we will roll the bar magnet over that object. So in this way you can classify the magnetic or non-magnetic material. Firstly you will write the of which the material is made up of, like scale is made up of plastic, spoon is made up of steel, and then you will write the magnetic or non-magnetic behavior of these materials. Next is the quick check 1. A horseshoe magnet is a artificial or natural magnet. It is an artificial magnet. The force exerted by the magnets is called magnetic force of attraction. The substances which are attracted by a magnet are called magnetic materials. is plastic bottle is a non-magnetic material. The Chinese art or science is called Feng Shui, which uses magnets. The main ore of the magnet is bakelite or magnetite. It is magnetite. The force of attraction exerted by a magnet on magnetic objects depends upon the strength of the magnet. So, thank you. I hope you will understand these topics.